All right, let's get this show started.
Tony Ferguson has set the record straight on his UFC departure. Holding the longest losing skid in company history, Ferguson left the UFC last year, and now the MMA veteran is set to make their pro boxing debut against influencer Salt Poppy on August 30th at Misfits Boxing 22. Despite calls for him to retire from the fight game, Ferguson doesn't rule out a UFC return, even at 41. During a recent promotional face-off interview with Salt Poppy, El Kukui said he can go back to the UFC but has other ththings to accomplish right now. He said, "It was just fucking boring as shit to me. It was just like I was doing it just to fucking do it so people can see me compete until we both parted ways in a good understanding. Not cut. It went both ways. If I got my shit and I wanted my stuff and I go back, yeah, maybe. But I got other things to accomplish. I'm gonna go out there on August 30th and I'm gonna handle everything that I need to go and get that victory." Max Holloway doesn't expect to see the octagon again this year after spoiling Dustin Poirier's retirement fight at UFC 318 in July. The reigning UFC BMF champion revealed Friday that a lingering hand injury stemming from his unanimous decision win over Poirier is causing more problems than expected, and it likely will prevent him from fighting again in the next few months.
Talking about him being strong like a diamond, I mean, my right hand still hurts. Big ass head, you know what I mean? As I told him after the fight, you know, but I see a lot of people talking about who's next, who's this. There's a lot of fun fights, like I said, for me at 55. Like I said, there's Oliveira. I mean, if Justin gets the next title shot, that would be cool. If I get the next title shot, I'd be sick. But if you have hopes of me fighting before the end of the year, probably not gonna happen. I see a specialist sometime this week, and I already met with my doctor. Now I gotta go meet the specialist, but things are not looking too up of me fighting one more time this year. So all that fight talk, I guess, is on stilts. So we just get to see how the 55 is gonna plan out.
Daniel Cormier believes Michael Bisping is being selective with his memory, especially when it comes to fighters like Ilia Topuria choosing lucrative matchups over ranked contenders. On his YouTube channel, DC reminded fans that Bisping had once done the same thing he now disapproves of.
So guys, Michael, Paul, I understand the frustration, but Mike, you are on the championship side. You know, when you were getting ready to fight Dan Henderson, you wanted some get back on him, so you fought him. But if there was a bigger fight for you, George St. Pierre for that matter, you took it. Even though Yoel Romero at the time, Mike, was probably the more justified #1 contender. The bigger fight was GSP, and you took it. So I get it. Get the frustration. But think about the champion side too. Mike, don't act like you ain't sat in this position before, Michael. You know exactly why he's doing that, because you did it yourself when you had a chance to fight GSP instead of Yoel Romero. So it is what it is.
Cormier also backed Arman Tsarukyan as the rightful next title contender.
I'm not saying Arman Tsarukyan's this guy that constantly fucks up and that doesn't get to the scale or get to the fight. It happened one time. He should not be judged solely on that one time, especially after making weight and getting ready to fight as a backup fighter in the last fight. I'm just trying to give a little grace to the other side in regards to why that may be happening. At the end of the day, I agree with y'all. It should be Arman versus Ilia, and I don't think there's any question about that. But I think the problem with it is that lasting memory of him and Paddy Pimblett inside the octagon after the belt. It's gonna be hard to erase, man.
Sean O'Malley understands why UFC champ Ilia Topuria doesn't want to fight #1 contender. In a recent interview on the Overdogs podcast with Mike Perry, O'Malley said that Tsarukyan could be one of Topuria's biggest title threats at 155 pounds, and in terms of promotion, Shoga thinks there are bigger fights out there for Topuria.
It's hard to picture anybody beating Ilia right now. It's hard to visualize anybody just being able to go in the octagon with Ilia Topuria and beat him. Just how dominant he's been. So it's you know, realistically, they go get in that cage. It's like Arman definitely has a chance. He definitely has a shot. And in Ilia's mind, it's like, okay, Ilia's such a massive superstar right now. It's like, why fight Arman when you could fight Islam or, Gaethje's a bigger fight than Arman. I think Paddy's a bigger fight. So it just depends on where Ilia's head's at. Does he want to just go out there and, hey, I want the next best guy? I feel like he's kind of past that. He's kind of like, who's the biggest fight? What's going to be the most attention? And in his mind, it's not Arman right now. So I kind of get where he's coming from. Why risk it against someone that's not super popular, who's very, very, very dangerous? Arman's very dangerous. So, you know, I kind of get that from, hi baby, kind of get that from, you know, Ilia's perspective. But I think UFC is so exciting right now. Like it's on fire.
Former UFC fighter Brendan Schaub has also come to Ilia Topuria's defense. In a recent interview on the Jackson podcast, Schaub pushed back against claims that Topuria is ducking Arman Tsarukyan. He claimed that Topuria is simply making strategic career decisions from a business perspective, not avoiding tough opponents.
Ilia Topuria, is he dodging Arman?
I won't say he's dodging. I think he's being a businessman. If I was his manager, I'd tell him the exact same thing. Arman's his toughest fight, and he's still a favorite in the fight, but it's his toughest fight. But if you're Ilia and you're his team, you're like, bro, Patty, and I don't think that's an easy fight for him, but it's like, all right, Patty or Arman? Arman's a fucking problem. And Patty, it is what it is. He has a little more clout than Arman. So even though Arman's ranked #1, if I'm Ilia, hell yeah, give me Patty. I make way more money, you know, and if, let's say he fights Arman, say you were to lose, then that Patty fight, you're making the same money. So I'm doing exactly what Ilia's doing. Unfortunately for Arman, I'm doing exactly what he's doing.
Arman Tsarukyan continues to take shots at Ilia Topuria. Taking to X on Friday, Arman blasted Topuria, writing, "Who wants to let Ilia know he's not McGregor and that he's making all the champs look bad? Champs fight the #1 contender, but this is the same guy who thinks he's the BMF. How do you say pussy in Spanish?" He also shared a clip of himself eating a ton of cheeseburgers with the caption, "I'm coming for Joey Chestnut next. Let's hope he doesn't duck me too." Khamzat Chimaev is in full gear for his first ever UFC title shot later this month at UFC 319, but Boers may have missed out on a huge opportunity to promote his next fight. According to popular streamer Adin Ross, Khamzat's team requested a whopping $700,000 to make an appearance on Ross's livestream. It would have been a good chance for Chimaev to do some last-minute advertising for his anticipated showdown with Dricus du Plessis at UFC 319, but the Chechen fighter had an asking price that couldn't be matched.
I'll tell you something really funny. I don't care. I'm gonna air it out. Oh God, like I connected Prismel with one of like someone from Khamzat's team, and the guy said $700,000 to stream with Cosma. I never laughed so hard in my life.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was insane.
700K?
Yeah.
That's just bad because I don't
Yo,
even
that
know
nigga
who the
loses.
fuck that is.
Yo, nigga, was he gonna teach the chat how to submit a nigga step by step? Like what the fuck? Like what the fuck is that, nigga? Hell no.
Islam did it for free. That is true, bro. On God. W Islam. I'm now talking to Ali direct. I'm probably gonna go to Dagestan soon.
Khamzat responded in the comments writing, "Who is this bullshit gay?" Here are the top 3 memes found on the internet. Number 3 meme was posted by Photosenom777. Number 2 meme was posted by Upbeat Hustler. And number 1 meme was posted by As Shopped As It Gets. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest MMA news.